In a serene pond nestled deep within the heart of the forest, lived a contented frog named Freddy. With his vibrant green skin and cheerful croak, Freddy was known as the happiest frog in the land. Every day, he would leap and bound through the water, his heart filled with joy. One sunny morning, as Freddy basked in the warm rays of the sun, he noticed a group of young tadpoles swimming nearby. They looked up at Freddy with wide eyes, curious about the world beyond their pond. "Good morning, little ones," called out Freddy, his voice filled with warmth. "What brings you to my pond on this fine day?" The tadpoles swam closer, their tails swishing with excitement. "We want to learn to leap like you, Freddy," exclaimed one of the tadpoles. "Will you teach us?" Freddy's heart swelled with pride at the tadpole's request. "Of course, I will," he replied, his eyes twinkling with enthusiasm. "But first, we must learn the most important lesson of all, the joy of being content with who we are." With that, Freddy led the tadpoles in a playful game of leapfrog, hopping from lily pad to lily pad with ease. He showed them how to use their powerful legs to propel themselves through the water, and how to find joy in each and every leap. As they frolicked and played, the tadpoles soon realized that the true secret to happiness lay not in the height of their leaps, but in the simple pleasure of being themselves. With each bound through the water, they felt a sense of contentment and joy wash over them, filling their hearts with happiness. And as the sun began to set and the stars twinkled overhead, Freddy knew that he had shared something truly special with the young tadpoles, the gift of contentment and the joy of frolicking in the pond. From that day on, the pond echoed with the sound of laughter and splashing as the frogs frolicked and played together, their hearts filled with the contentment that comes from embracing who they are. And Freddy, the contented frog, leapt and bounded with them, his heart overflowing with happiness and joy. In the heart of the African savanna, there roamed a majestic elephant named Alara. Towering above the trees, Alara was known as the compassionate elephant, admired by all for her gentle nature and boundless kindness. One hot summer day, as Alara strolled through the savanna, she stumbled upon a young antelope trapped in a thicket, its leg caught in a tangle of vines. The antelope cried out in distress, unable to free itself from the snare. Without hesitation, Alara approached the trapped antelope and lowered her trunk, gently nudging aside the vines with careful precision. With a gentle tug, she freed the antelope from its entanglement, setting it free to bound across the savanna once more. "Thank you, Alara," exclaimed the antelope, her eyes shining with gratitude. "You are truly the kindest elephant in all the land." Alara smiled warmly at the antelope and continued on her way, her heart swelling with happiness at having helped a creature in need. Little did she know, her act of kindness had not gone unnoticed. As word of Alara's compassion spread across the savanna, animals from far and wide came to seek her help. From the smallest insects to the mightiest lions, they all knew that Alara would do whatever she could to ease their suffering and bring comfort to their lives. And so, Alara became known as the gentle giant of kindness, revered by all who dwelled in the savanna for her selfless acts of compassion. Whether it was rescuing a stranded bird from a high branch or sharing her food with a hungry hyena, she was always there to lend a helping trunk. But perhaps the greatest gift Alara gave to the animals of the savanna was her unwavering kindness and understanding. She listened to their troubles and offered words of comfort, reminding them that they were never alone in their struggles. And as she roamed the savanna, her gentle footsteps leaving a trail of kindness in her wake, Alara knew that she had found her purpose in life to be a beacon of compassion and hope in a world that sometimes seemed dark and uncertain. And so, the legend of the compassionate elephant lived on in the hearts of all who dwelled in the African savanna, a reminder that even the mightiest of creatures can possess a heart as gentle as a feather, and that true strength lies not in power but in kindness. In the heart of a lush forest, where ancient trees whispered secrets to the wind, and the sunlight danced upon the emerald leaves, there flowed a stream unlike any other. This was the Laughing Stream, known far and wide for its merry demeanor and contagious laughter. The laughing stream began its journey high in the mountains, where snow-capped peaks kissed the sky. From its humble beginnings, it tumbled and danced down the rocky slopes, glistening like a ribbon of silver in the sunlight. With each twist and turn, the stream's laughter echoed through the forest, filling the air with joy and vitality. Creatures of all shapes and sizes were drawn to the laughing stream, enchanted by its cheerful melody. Birds perched on overhanging branches, their songs blending harmoniously with the stream's laughter. Squirrels scampered along the banks, their tails switching with excitement as they chased one another in playful delight. But amidst the joyous commotion, there was one creature who felt out of place. A young turtle named Timmy watched from the riverbank, envious of the other animals' agility and grace. He longed to join in the fun, but his slow, steady pace made him feel inadequate. One day, as Timmy watched the birds flit and flutter above the laughing stream, he felt a pang of sadness. He wished he could experience the same sense of freedom and joy that they did. Determined to find his own happiness, Timmy summoned the courage to dip his toes into the sparkling water. To his surprise, the laughing stream welcomed Timmy with open arms, its gentle currents embracing him like an old friend. With each ripple and eddy, Timmy felt a sense of liberation wash over him. He realized that joy could be found not just in speed and agility, but in the simple act of movement itself. With newfound confidence, Timmy began to explore the stream, reveling in the sensation of water against his shell. He paddled and splashed, his laughter mingling with the stream's own merry chorus. And as he danced among the sun-dappled waves, Timmy discovered that true happiness came from within. From that day on, Timmy became a regular visitor to the laughing stream, his laughter blending seamlessly with its own. Together, they reveled in the joy of movement, embracing the simple pleasures of life with open hearts and boundless enthusiasm. And though Timmy may have been slower than the birds and squirrels that frolicked alongside him, he knew that his journey was just as meaningful. For in the laughter of the laughing stream, he had found a kindred spirit and a lifelong friend. And as they danced together beneath the canopy of trees, their laughter echoed through the forest, a testament to the joy of finding happiness in movement. In a lush garden filled with blooming flowers and buzzing bees, there lived a small but contented ladybug named Lily. With her bright red wings and cheerful spots, Lily brought joy wherever she went. And like other ladybugs who constantly searched for the next best flower or the shiniest leaf, Lily found contentment in the simple pleasures of life. She believed that happiness wasn't found in material possessions but in the connections she made and the love she shared with others. One sunny morning, as Lily crawled among the leaves, she stumbled upon a group of ants working tirelessly to gather food for their colony. Intrigued by their industriousness, Lily decided to join them and lend a helping hand. With her tiny legs and gentle spirit, Lily proved to be a valuable addition to the ant colony. She helped them gather food, build shelters, and even offered words of encouragement when they felt tired or discouraged. As days turned into weeks, word of Lily's kindness spread throughout the garden, and animals of all shapes and sizes came to seek her out, hoping to share in her luck and happiness. But Lily knew that true happiness couldn't be bought or borrowed. It came from within, born out of gratitude and contentment for the blessings life bestowed upon her. One day, as Lily sat atop a sunflower, enjoying the warmth of the sun on her back, she was approached by a young caterpillar named Charlie. He admired Lily's bright colors and asked her how she managed to stay so cheerful all the time. Lily smiled and gently patted Charlie's back with her tiny wing. "Happiness isn't about having everything you want," she explained. "It's about appreciating what you have and finding joy in the simple things." Inspired by Lily's wisdom, Charlie decided to follow her example and embrace the spirit of contentment. Together, they spent the day exploring the garden, marveling at the beauty of nature and sharing laughter and stories along the way. And as they watched the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, Lily and Charlie knew that true happiness wasn't found in the pursuit of perfection but in the acceptance of life's imperfections and the love and friendship they shared with each other. From that day forth, Lily continued to spread luck and happiness wherever she went, reminding all who crossed her path that true contentment comes from within, and that the greatest treasures in life are the ones we hold in our hearts. In a quiet village nestled by a serene river, there lived a wise old man known as Master Wu. Master Wu was renowned for his teachings on mindfulness and inner peace. One day, he decided to impart a special lesson to the village children using a simple paper boat. Master Wu gathered the children by the riverbank and unfolded a sheet of paper. With delicate folds and gentle creases, he transformed the paper into a small boat. The children watched in wonder as the paper boat took shape before their eyes. "This," said Master Wu, "is the Zen paper boat. It represents our journey through life." He gently placed the paper boat into the river and watched as it began to float downstream. The children followed its progress with eager eyes, their hearts filled with curiosity. "Life, like the river, is full of twists and turns," Master Wu explained. "There will be calm waters and rough currents, but it is how we navigate these waves that defines our journey." As the paper boat sailed on, it encountered obstacles, rocks, and branches that threatened to capsize it. But with each challenge, the paper boat adapted, gracefully maneuvering around obstacles and continuing on its path. Just as the paper boat adapts to the river's currents, Master Wu continued, so too must we adapt to life's challenges with resilience and grace. The children listened intently, absorbing Master Wu's wisdom like sponges. They understood that life was not always smooth sailing, but by embracing change and staying true to themselves, they could navigate even the stormiest seas. Finally, as the paper boat disappeared from view, Master Wu smiled at the children. "Remember, my dear ones," he said, "no matter where life's currents may take you, trust in your inner wisdom and let it guide you like the Zen paper boat, sailing through life's waves with calmness and grace." And with that, the children left the riverbank, their hearts light and their minds full of newfound understanding. For they knew that with mindfulness and resilience, they could navigate life's journey with ease, just like the Zen paper boat sailing gracefully through the river of time. In a tranquil garden tucked away from the bustling world, there lay a serene pond inhabited by a colorful school of koi fish. This pond was no ordinary body of water. It was known far and wide as the contented koi pond, where happiness flowed as freely as the rippling water. Amidst the lily pads and shimmering reflections, there lived a koi fish named Kai. Kai was known for his vibrant scales and cheerful demeanor, always spreading joy to his fellow fish with his playful antics and contagious laughter. One sunny morning, as Kai glided through the crystal-clear waters of the contented koi pond, he noticed a newcomer swimming hesitantly at the edge of the pond. It was a small goldfish named Lily, her scales dull and her fins drooping with uncertainty. Sensing Lily's unease, Kai swam over to her with a friendly smile. "Welcome to the contented koi pond," he exclaimed. "What brings you here today?" Lily glanced nervously around the pond, her eyes wide with apprehension. "I've heard tales of the happiness that fills this pond," she confessed, "but I'm not sure if I belong here." Kai chuckled warmly, his scales shimmering in the sunlight. "My dear Lily, happiness is not something you find. It's something you create within yourself," he explained. "Here in the contented koi pond, we embrace each moment with gratitude and joy, knowing that true happiness comes from within." With Kai's guidance, Lily began to explore the pond, her fins growing stronger with each stroke. She discovered the simple pleasures of gliding through the water, basking in the warmth of the sun, and sharing stories with her fellow fish. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Lily found herself growing more content with each passing moment. She laughed and played with her newfound friends, her scales sparkling with newfound happiness and confidence. And as she gazed upon the tranquil waters of the contented koi pond, Lily realized that happiness wasn't just a destination to be reached. It was a journey to be embraced, filled with moments of joy and gratitude. From that day on, Lily swam through life with a heart full of happiness, knowing that as long as she had the love and friendship of her fellow fish, she would always be content in the waters of the contented koi pond, swimming in happiness for all eternity. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and babbling brooks, there lay a magical garden where the most enchanting flowers bloomed. Among them were the joyful spring blossoms, a group of flowers that heralded the arrival of spring with their vibrant colors and sweet fragrance. One fine morning, as the sun peeked over the horizon, the joyful spring blossoms awakened from their winter slumber. Daisy, the cheerful leader of the blossoms, stretched her petals and exclaimed, "Spring is here, dear friends. It's time to bloom with renewed vigor and spread joy to all." With a chorus of giggles and rustling leaves, the blossoms greeted the day. Each blossom had its own unique charm. Violet, with her deep purple hue, was known for her wisdom. Lily, with her pure white petals, radiated kindness. And Rose, with her fiery red petals, symbolized passion. As the days passed, the joyful spring blossoms danced in the gentle breeze, soaking up the warm sunlight and nourishing rain. They shared stories of their winter adventures and dreams for the season ahead. One day, a young girl named Emily wandered into the garden. Her heart heavy with worries, she longed for a glimmer of hope. Surrounded by the vibrant blossoms, Emily felt a sense of peace wash over her. Daisy, sensing Emily's sadness, approached her with a gentle rustle. "Why so glum, dear child?" she asked, her voice like a soft melody. Emily sighed. "I'm worried about my sick grandmother. I don't know if she ever get better." The joyful spring blossoms exchanged knowing glances. They understood the power of hope and renewal. Violet stepped forward, her petals glowing with wisdom. "In every season of life, there is room for growth and healing," she said. "Just as we bloom anew each spring, your grandmother can find strength and renewal within herself." Lily nodded in agreement. "And with love and support, anything is possible," she added, her voice filled with kindness. Inspired by the wisdom of the blossoms, Emily returned home with a newfound sense of hope. She spent precious moments with her grandmother, sharing stories and laughter. As the days turned into weeks, Emily's grandmother grew stronger, her spirit lifted by the love that surrounded her. In the garden, the joyful spring blossoms bloomed brighter than ever, their petals shimmering with joy. With each passing day, they reminded all who crossed their path that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, and with hope comes renewal. And so, the garden echoed with laughter and song, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the everlasting beauty of spring's eternal renewal. In the heart of a dense forest, where sunlight filtered through the canopy of trees and birdsong filled the air, there lay a winding trail known as the Reflective Forest Trail. This trail was no ordinary path. It was said to hold the secrets of the forest and the wisdom of ages past. One sunny morning, a young fox named Finn set out on a journey along the Reflective Forest Trail. Troubled by questions that weighed heavily on his mind, Finn hoped that the trail would offer him the answers he sought. As Finn walked deeper into the forest, he marveled at the beauty of his surroundings, the rustling leaves, the babbling brooks, the dappled sunlight that danced upon the forest floor. Yet, despite the tranquility of the forest, Finn's mind was still clouded with doubt and uncertainty. Suddenly, Finn came upon a clearing in the forest, where a wise old owl perched upon a branch, its eyes sparkling with wisdom. Sensing Finn's inner turmoil, the owl spoke with a voice as gentle as the breeze. "Why do you seek answers outside yourself, young one?" the owl asked. "The true wisdom you seek lies not in the words of others, but within your own heart." Finn paused, pondering the owl's words. He realized that he had been looking for answers in all the wrong places, hoping that someone or something would provide him with the clarity he sought. But now, he understood that the answers he needed were already within him. He just needed to listen. With a newfound sense of purpose, Finn continued along the Reflective Forest Trail, his mind clear and his heart open. As he walked, he reflected on his own experiences and the lessons he had learned along the way. And with each step, Finn felt a sense of peace wash over him, as if the forest itself were whispering words of comfort and guidance. He knew that he didn't need to have all the answers right away. He just needed to trust in himself and have faith that everything would unfold as it was meant to. As the sun began to set and the forest grew quiet, Finn emerged from the reflective forest trail with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of himself. He realized that the journey of self-discovery was an ongoing process, and that the true beauty of life lay in embracing the unknown and finding joy in the journey itself. And so, with a grateful heart and a clear mind, Finn set off into the world, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that he carried the wisdom of the reflective forest trail within him, guiding him on his path to self-discovery and fulfillment. In a lush valley nestled between towering mountains and cascading waterfalls, there existed a place of profound tranquility known as the Whispering Valley. Here, the gentle breeze carried whispers of wisdom from nature itself, guiding those who ventured into its embrace. One bright morning, a young deer named Lily found herself drawn to the allure of the Whispering Valley. Curious and eager to explore, she ventured deeper into its heart, her ears perked up to catch the faint murmurs that danced upon the breeze. As Lily trotted along the valley's winding paths, she encountered a wise old tree with gnarled branches and roots that dug deep into the earth. The tree beckoned to Lily with a gentle rustle of leaves, inviting her to rest beneath its shade and listen to the secrets of the valley. "Dear Lily," whispered the wise old tree, "in the quiet embrace of the Whispering Valley, you will find the answers you seek." Intrigued by the tree's words, Lily settled herself beneath its branches, allowing the gentle rustle of leaves and the soothing hum of insects to wash over her. With each passing moment, she felt a sense of peace settle within her, as if the very essence of the valley were seeping into her soul. Suddenly, a gentle voice echoed through the valley, carrying with it words of wisdom and guidance. It was the voice of the river, flowing gracefully through the valley, its waters shimmering in the sunlight. "Flow with the currents of life, dear Lily," murmured the river. "Embrace change, and you will find strength in your journey." Inspired by the river's wisdom, Lily felt a sense of clarity wash over her. She realized that life was like the river, ever-changing, yet constant in its flow. With each twist and turn, she would navigate the currents with grace and resilience, knowing that every obstacle was an opportunity for growth. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the valley was bathed in the warm glow of dusk, Lily emerged from the Whispering Valley with a newfound sense of purpose and understanding. She knew that the whispers of wisdom she had heard would guide her on her journey, leading her towards a future filled with possibility and wonder. And though she would venture far from the Whispering Valley, its echoes of wisdom would forever resonate within her heart, reminding her of the beauty and majesty of nature and the profound lessons it had to teach to all who listened. In a tranquil village nestled among rolling hills and blooming meadows, there lived an artist named Emiya. Emiya was known throughout the land for her mastery of the Zenstroke brush, a magical tool that imbued her paintings with life and meaning. Every morning, Emiya would rise with the sun and make her way to the quiet corner of her studio where her Zenstroke brush awaited. With a serene heart and a steady hand, she would dip the brush into vibrant colors and set to work, creating intricate patterns and mesmerizing scenes that captured the essence of the world around her. But May's paintings were more than just works of art. They were reflections of her soul and the wisdom she had gained through years of practice and meditation. Each stroke of the brush was imbued with intention, guided by the principles of mindfulness and harmony. One day, as Emiya painted beside a babbling brook, she noticed a young girl named Lynn watching her with wide-eyed wonder. Intrigued by May's skill and the beauty of her creations, Lynn approached her timidly, her curiosity piqued. Emiya smiled warmly at the young girl and invited her to join her in painting. With a gentle touch, she handed Lynn the Zenstroke brush, encouraging her to let go of her fears and allow her creativity to flow freely. At first, Lynn hesitated, unsure of her own abilities. But as she dipped the brush into the swirling colors and began to paint, she felt a sense of peace wash over her. With each stroke, she surrendered to the rhythm of the brush, allowing her imagination to guide her hand. Together, MEI and Lynn painted side by side, lost in the beauty of the moment and the joy of creation. The colors danced across the canvas like butterflies in flight, weaving together to form a tapestry of dreams and aspirations. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky was painted with hues of orange and pink, MEI and Lynn stepped back to admire their masterpiece. It was more than just a painting, it was a reflection of their shared journey and the bond they had formed through their love of art. From that day on, MEI took Lynn under her wing, teaching her the secrets of the Zen stroke brush and guiding her on her own path to mastery. And as they painted together, their canvases filled with scenes of beauty and wonder, they discovered that life itself was the greatest masterpiece of all, a canvas waiting to be painted with love, kindness, and the wisdom of the heart.